Okay, so if you could live your high school years differently, what would you do?
I'd go to a school that had girls in it. I went to a Catholic boys' high school. I taught this class. I'm a teacher.
Oh, my bad.
That's fine. That's what I would do. I went to an all-boys Catholic school, so I would go to a school that has girls.
That's pretty honest. So what was your favorite student?
My favorite what?
Who was your favorite student?
I didn't have any favorite students, but I have very, very fond memories of this class. This was the second class that I had ever taught as a high school teacher, and the first that I had a full year with, and they were so kind to me as a new teacher. We just had a great time together, and they were just great. You know, they were seniors. I was doing English with them, and they totally accepted everything I was trying to do, and really have more memories. They invited me to their prom, which was a cruise around Manhattan, so I just can't believe it's 25 years ago.
Okay. So what books did you guys teach? Wait, what books did you teach?
I'm trying to remember that. We did Macbeth.
Macbeth.
We did a lot of Shakespeare because I like Shakespeare. Maybe Lord of the Flies. I can't really remember. I just remember doing Shakespearean poetry, John Keats, Macbeth. I kind of blank out after that. We did a lot of writing too.
Yeah, I've been meaning to read Lord of the Flies. It's good?
Which one?
Lord of the Flies. Good?
Lord of the Flies is good. It's not the easiest reading. It's a bit difficult on the reading comprehension. It's not a happy story.
No.
But you should read it.
Alright, so I'm like diverting from this idea.
No.
That's good. Alright, so do you, 90s was a simpler time. Agree or disagree?
I would have to say the 90s were a simpler time. I think everything changed after 9/11, and I also think the internet changed everything. So those two factors really made life more complicated, especially for high school kids, I think. So I would say the 90s were a simpler time. All right.
Yeah, you can look at the camera.
Is that a video or a camera?
It's video. It's a video.
Okay.
Alright, so if you could relive your high school years, what would you do differently?
I would go back to my junior year. That was my favorite year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What would you do differently then?
I was skinnier then. Before the weight came back.
Fair enough. Sorry, I'm trying to think back to my questions I wrote. If you could... Okay, so who do you think...
No, I'll pass right now. We're interviewing. Thank you.
Who do you think influenced you the most during your high school years?
Say again?
Who do you think was the biggest influence on you during the high school years?
I'll say my classmates. I mean, some of them I weren't very close with, but even though I may not have hung out with them, I pretty much knew almost who they were. So it was like, I mean, even we had about 200 students, and you almost remember every single one of them.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we had like 200 graduation, and I may not have been close to them in school, but I can tell you almost who they were.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's impressive. All right, well, thank you for your time. A bunch of questions. Ready? If you could relive your high school years differently, what would you do?
Did he take us thing or no?
Nobody really looked like.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know. I mean, I probably wouldn't take things so seriously,
Huh.
right? You gotta enjoy being young.
That's true.
I wouldn't have broken as many bones as I did, so I could have enjoyed my year.
I know that. How did you two meet, actually?
We met freshman year. Taking an English class. I was wearing a UVA
Yeah, and I
shirt.
kept on calling him Uva.
Yeah.
I should know.
All right, final question. Who do you think impacted you the most during your high school years and why?
Jen Schumann.
Oh,
Yeah, Jen Schumann.
Jen Schumann.
who is she? Oh, hi. All right. Okay, so What if you could go back to your high school years? What would you do? Like
If I could go back?
Like what would you do differently?
I probably would have started and finished at Watch on Hill. I came in my sophomore year.
I understand. Yeah, that's always difficult transferring schools. If you, sorry, I have many of those questions. If you, what was the most crazy thing about you that's like changed since high school?
I don't know. I'm pretty mild mannered.
Oh really?
Probably nothing.
You're on your own, buddy.
Sorry for like bombarding you with questions. If there's one person who's like impacted you most during high school, who would you say would be?
I'm not sure.
It's like
Probably everybody.
everybody?
Yeah.
Well, all right. First things first, how'd you two meet?
How do we meet? I 5th grade. I came to New Jersey in 5th grade. Central School. Did you have a first? I did.
So we were in the same class together.
And then we had the teacher who was the guy who drove the Porsche around. No.
Mr. Berger?
No. He was a good guy too. Berg's ice cream. And I remember this guy mostly in Mr. Glazner's history class, talking about wanting to fly. He always wanted to be a pilot. I think your father was a pilot too. And now he's flying, and I just love
awesome.
that, living the dream, literally living the dream.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you could relive high school differently, what would you do?
Relive high school what?
Like differently, what would you do?
I would probably want to, I don't know.
I'd probably get to know more people.
I was going to say, I would probably want to get to know more people. I feel like I got a little tied into little group of people and stayed that way. And I think we lost touch a little bit.
Yeah, like we're all like friends without like the same countries.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I saw that.
I did.
Okay. Final question. If you guys had to like say who impacted you the most in your high school years, who would it be?
Maybe Mr. DeGean for me.
Handful of people actually. Dr. Pfeiffer definitely. He's a cross country coach. And if I had to run cross country,
Me.
I would have. Well, Andrew.
Did I impact you?
Actually, the person that impacted me the most was Chris Brewery. Because I used to bowl with Chris every Saturday when I was a little kid. And his dad always told me I should be a runner. And when I got cut from baseball, I became a runner. And then years later, I ran a marathon because I'd always wanted to when I was in high school. And because I ran a marathon, I ended up getting a job with a marathon training company raising money for AIDS Foundation. I spent 8 years of my life training people to run marathons, raising money for AIDS. It was the best job I ever had. So if it wasn't for Chris, I would have never done any of that.
I'll leave it at that. Wow, that's great.
Alright, thank you. Okay, so how did you enjoy teaching this class in particular?
Oh, the 80s, the 90s were the golden years. Loved them. Absolutely loved them. It was a simpler time.
That's true. Alright, not to put you on the spot or anything, but who would you say was your favorite student of this class?
I can't tell you that.
Teacher secret?
Secret. Didn't have favorites. Teachers don't have favorites.
Oh, that's true, that's true. Are you sure? No? Okay. I have a feeling that's...
I'll talk to you later. Off camera.
Very political, very political. Okay, let's see. If you like, so how do you think your curriculum's changed since then? Like
Curriculum?
or like your like teaching methods?
My teaching methods pretty much stayed the same.
Really?
Yeah, they really have. I've just gotten better.
All right, and we go now. So if you could go back to your high school years, what would you do differently?
I didn't what?
What would you do differently if you could go back to your high school years?
What would I do differently? Wow, probably a lot. Or maybe not much at all. It was a great 4 years with some great people, special class, some positive ways. We had our ups and downs, but it's a lot of fun getting back here and seeing old friends that I haven't seen in a long time. And being out of Jersey, there's nothing that compares to coming back to New Jersey.
Where'd you end up? Where'd you end up?
Arlington, Virginia.
Oh, wow.
Near D.C., yeah.
Who do you think impacted you the most during your years?
Who impacted me the most during my career? Well, yeah, I've got a good circle of friends that I still see, and I guess I'd probably have to hand it to Andy Hogue, who was one of my closest friends, and I'm proud to say is now my brother-in-law, which was a period of awkwardness, but couldn't be better to have one of my best friends as family.
That is pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Finally, question: what was the craziest thing you did in high school?
Craziest thing I did in high school? I wasn't that crazy. Why don't you ask this guy right here?
He was crazy. He's lying.
No comment.
All right. So first question: if you could give advice to your high school self, what would it be?
Sorry?
If you could give your high school self advice, what would it be?
High school self advice: have more fun in high school.
All right. That's always.
Yeah.
What was the craziest thing you did in high school?
Craziest thing I did in high school. That's a good question. I don't know. I've done some crazy things in terms of like driving real fast on the highway. We did 105 once on the highway.
Oh my God.
That was probably not something I should have done, but that was part of having more fun.
All right, final question. Who do you think impacted you the most and why in high school?
Impacted me the most? Well, my friends impacted me the most.
Any like specific ways? Or
Sorry?
Any specific ways? Or
Ways?
No, ways.
Sorry, specific ways? Yeah, I mean in terms of how I acted, what kind of music I liked, you know.
I got you.